Caitlin Clark is a name that is everywhere in women's basketball. Her amazing skills on the court make fans cheer. But recently, photos of her off the court have grabbed attention too. People are talking about them, and some say these photos leave very little to the imagination. So, what is really going on? Let us break it down. Before we talk about the photos, let us get to know Caitlin Clark a little better. She is a basketball player from Iowa, and she has broken lots of records. She scores a ton of points in games, and her passes are super quick. Fans all over the country follow her games because she is that good. But Caitlin is not just about basketball. She is also on social media, and that is where the photos people are talking about come from. So, what is the fuss about these photos? Some of them show Caitlin in casual or personal settings. Maybe she is hanging out with friends, doing workouts, or just having fun. The problem is that some of these pictures show her in ways that make people feel they can see too much of her personal life. This makes some fans excited, while others think it is too much. But the main point is that these photos are being shared widely, and people cannot stop talking about them. Caitlin has a big following on social media. Millions of people follow her, which means every post gets attention. Sometimes when celebrities or athletes post pictures, people start sharing them and they spread fast. That is exactly what happened here. Social media can make small things become huge news. A picture that Caitlin shared for fun can suddenly be in the headlines because people comment, like, and share it thousands of times. That is how her photos reached so many people. You might wonder why these photos cause such a reaction. Well, part of it is that Caitlin is famous. People are curious about her life off the basketball court. Another part is that these photos are personal, not just professional. When someone famous shares parts of their private life, fans often feel like they're getting a peek behind the scenes. That can make some people excited and others feel uncomfortable. It is normal to have mixed reactions when a famous person shares personal photos. This brings up a bigger question: privacy. Even though Caitlin is a public figure, she still has the right to control what she shares. But once a photo is online, it can be hard to control who sees it. That is why many people think twice before sharing pictures of themselves. Some fans feel like Caitlin should be careful about what she posts. Others argue that she has every right to post what she wants. It is a tricky balance between being a public figure and having personal freedom. So far, Caitlin has not made any major statements about the reactions to her photos. She focuses mostly on basketball and her career. That is probably smart because her talent on the court is what really matters. At the end of the day, she decides what she shares with her fans, and that is her choice. There is actually something we can learn from this situation. First, social media spreads fast. A picture can be seen by millions in minutes. Second, being famous does not mean you lose all privacy. Even athletes like Caitlin have the right to choose what they share. And finally, we should think before judging someone based on pictures. Caitlin is known for basketball, hard work, and determination, not just photos. It is easy to get caught up in online hype, but it is better to focus on her skills and achievements. So, yes, Caitlin Clark's photos have gotten a lot of attention. Some people love them, some people do not. But the most important thing is to remember who Caitlin really is. An amazing basketball player working hard every day. Her photos are just a small part of her life, and what really matters is her talent, her game, and the dedication she shows every time she steps on the court. If you enjoyed learning about this side of Caitlin Clark, make sure to check out her games, and you will see why she is one of the best players in the country. And remember, what you see online is only a part of the story.